Australia.
Ooh.
Australia just passed today, which we're recording this, I think, way in advance. Today, they just
February
passed
12th today.
February 12th today, day after the Super Bowl. I guess we already talked about that.
Yep.
We did. They passed a law, the right to disconnect law, meaning that your employer can't text you or call you after you're off the clock, which we've seen that already, like in Portugal and some other European countries. But Australia also just released this year is their first year that they have to do public gender pay gap reporting. Before they were required to do gender pay gap reporting, but now it's public. And so I'm watching Australia very closely to see if they're going to start doing pay transparency stuff also. Like New Zealand is also kind of on the forefront of that too. But the right to disconnect stuff is amazing. And I think Australia also did a 4-day work week test run. So curious to see like where all that goes, because I mean, quality of life is just, it's so important. And I think like our parents growing up, work was kind of their life. And now it's just a means to an end. Like I would love to take the European mentality is like, I have to work. I go to work because I have to, not because it's like my entire life. Right.
Yeah. Yes. When I look at the studies between like how much happier they are and what they've been able to do and the changes they've been able to make in work. And I think for so long, like there's such a difference between how the States view work and how Europe and the rest of the world views work. And I'm interested to see like with our pay transparency laws, do we then do what Australia did, like the disconnecting laws? Do we think more? Because I know there's so many HR people that want to make these changes. I said this earlier, but they're beholden to their executives or their C-suite or their founders, and they can't actually make the change. And now that we have laws on our side, we're going to see things moving forward. And so I'm just interested to know if we're going to get more of those types of laws in the States. Like, have you seen this like growing sentiment for this?
Not really. I mean, Maryland, I believe it was Maryland, did the 4-day work week test run.
I saw that.
They had like tax benefits for employers who were doing it. But they were the only ones who did it. I mean, internally, we have like this work stream internally at PayScale. We're calling it the best place to work stream. So we brought people from like all different orgs within PayScale, and we've said like, what things should we implement that we can take up to leadership? What things should we implement that's going to make this the best place to work? And we're remote, like we are fully remote. So like Wednesday lunches are not going to be a thing for us, right? Like goat yoga is not going to be a thing for us. Right. So, I mean, like, but that's like one of the things we're talking about is like, I think a 4-day work week would be really hard to implement, but like, do we do summer Fridays? Like a lot of my friends have summer Fridays at work where they work till noon on Friday. And that's the end of it. Like they go Monday through Thursday until noon on Friday in the summertime.
Dreamy.
I love so dreamy.
I love the summer. Like,
I hate the summer because I live in Texas and it's really hot here.
It is also really hot in Washington, D.C. It turns into a swamp, and then I just stay inside all day anyways. I'm an inside person in the summer. I'm like an outside person in the fall and the spring.
Me too. I think we would be best friends if we lived in the same place.
Yeah. I'm hoping it happens someday. Come to D.C. We can hang out.
I will come to D.C. I come to D.C. often.
It's a great place to be. The laws are just so fascinating to me. Back to laws, because I think about this all the time, and you're a lawyer, and I guess you think about it all the time.
Sometimes.